Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Tubbs. Today I'm going to talk about hacktivism, and just to give a little context, my husband and I were talking about hacking the other day, and he's had made the analogy, just because somebody has a faulty lock on their front door doesn't mean that somebody else should come in, cause chaos, and then demand money or ruin somebody's reputation. Um, and I thought, wow, that's a great point. So it kind of got me thinking about hacktivism. Hacktivism being the blend of the two words hacking and activism. Um, Even if somebody believes in a cause, shouldn't the means used to address it still respect ethical boundaries and legal frameworks, right? So, that is what I'm going to be exploring today. Hacktivism is a super controversial field, and the ethical considerations surrounding it are complex. Um, Hacktivism refers to the use of technology and hacking techniques to promote political, social, or ideological cause. Um, these individuals or groups, they leverage their skills to bring attention to issues they believe in. It's a dynamic and evolving space where technology, ethics, and ideology all intersect. And it's been sparking debates about this hacktivism has been sparking debates in our new digital age. Um, Actions taken in the name of hacktivism can raise questions about privacy, security, the potential harm to society, and not only society, but just individuals, and unintended consequences to society or those individuals or businesses. The anonymity often associated with hacktivism further adds to some of those ethical dilemmas, um, because there's a lack of accountability for one's actions. But the main focus today is recognizing the risks and ethical challenges that come with wielding digital tools in the pursuit of activism. And first, I would like to kind of look into privacy and identity theft. Hacktivists often compromise privacy and heighten the risk of identity theft through unauthorized access to systems and databases, and that leads to data breaches that expose personal details. Doxing, which I'm sure we've all heard of by now, is the public release of private information without consent. It is another method deployed by hacktivists to intimidate individuals and businesses associated with their perceived adversaries. So that results in severe privacy violations because, again, they're going through that faulty door unnecessarily in search of a what they believe is a justifiable cause. Manipulation of geolocation data, that adds another layer of risk. It's a false representation of an individual's location, and that can be exploited. Let's see, collateral damage from data leaks may unintentionally expose personal information of innocent parties, increasing the overall vulnerability of an individual to identity theft. Hacktivists have hacktivist activities have major consequences on privacy. It exposes individuals to the potential misuse of their sensitive information that they keep online. Next, I'm going to dive into financial loss and disruption of services. So, hacktivists' actions can inflict financial losses on businesses and disrupt online services through various means. By targeting the digital infrastructure of businesses, hacktivists may compromise data integrity, resulting in financial setbacks and reputational damage. Sometimes they are looking to set a company back financially, but sometimes it's more about that reputational damage. Other ethical concerns arise when hacktivists alter the appearance of websites without permission, violating the rights of the site owners and potentially spreading false information. Additionally, denial of service attacks orchestrated by hacktivists can disrupt essential online services. That is super inconvenient to users, and financial loss for businesses relying on these services can have a major impact on those businesses. The ethical dilemma lies in potential harm caused by these disruptions, raising questions about the proportionality and justifiability of such actions in the pursuit of hacktivist goals. Hacktivist actions pose significant national security risks by targeting government entities and infrastructure. The compromise of sensitive information through these actions can lead to intelligence vulnerabilities and potential threats to the stability of a nation, any nation. Here in the United States, when you release classified information, even if you're just talking to somebody about classified information, you are looking at jail time. And when people go in and find and release this information, it can do major harm, depending on what it is released, obviously, right? But the limits are kind of endless when it comes to that, because you never know with classified information, right? Moreover, hacktivism has a potential to contribute to the escalation of cyber conflicts on a global scale. The unpredictable and disruptive nature of hacktivist activities can challenge corporate and national security, requiring organizations and governments to defend against potential attacks while also navigating the delicate balance between protecting citizens and preserving civil liberties. The evolving landscape of hacktivism introduces complexities to international relations and cybersecurity, necessitating strategic measures to address the broader implications for national security. Next, let's look at free speech and trust in online spaces. So certain hacktivist tactics, notably denial of service attacks, can be perceived as attacks on free speech. By disrupting online platforms or services, hacktivists may inadvertently create a chilling effect, hindering open dialogue and the free expression of diverse opinions. Moreover, the disruptive nature of hacktivist activities contributes to the erosion of trust in online spaces. The unpredictability and potential harm caused by these actions undermine the sense of security and reliability that individuals and organizations we've all come to expect a sense of security in these digital environments. The erosion of this trust raises ethical concerns. It impacts the fundamental principles of free and open discourse in the digital realm, necessitating a careful balance between activism and responsible, constructive engagement. The legal consequences And responsibility and accounting is what I'm going to talk about next. So, touching upon the legal ramifications of hacktivists' actions reveals a complex landscape where hacktivists operate in these digital gray areas. So with hacking, there are hats. There are three hats. A white hat hacker is the ethical hacker. It's the one that a company hires. They pay them money. They know that they're trying to get into their systems, they know that they're trying to get that information. Then there's the black hat hacker, which people that will go in, we've all heard of ransomware attacks, things like that, where they're holding information until a company pays them or gives them something that they want. Hacktivists work in this kind of gray area. They're doing this for a social and for a cause to them feels like it's a really important cause socially for them. But they're not necessarily, these companies have no idea that they're doing this. They aren't employed by the companies that they're doing this. So it's a bit of a legal gray area. And engaging in activities such as hacking, denial of service attacks, or website defacements, they can lead to legal consequences depending on jurisdiction and specific actions that they took. However, a significant challenge arises in holding activists accountable due to their deliberate anonymity. The use of digital tools and tactics to shield identities complicates the legal process. It makes it challenging for authorities to trace, prosecute, whether it's a group or an individual. It makes it challenging for authorities to hold these people or persons responsible for their activities. This lack of accountability raises ethical concerns as it undermines the traditional legal frameworks designed to regulate and address cybercrimes, posing challenges to maintaining the delicate balance between activism and lawful conduct in the digital space. Highlighting the potential unintended and collateral consequences of hacktivist actions underscores an unpredictable nature of digital interventions. While hacktivists may intend to bring attention to specific issues, right, the outcomes can extend beyond their initial goals. We've all seen or done something before that we never realized was going to affect somebody else down the road. We had no idea who all would be touched by actions. Same thing with activists, right? Hacktivists, they may cause collateral damage. They can impact individuals or organizations that aren't even directly involved in the perceived injustice that they're trying to bring to light. The unpredictable ripple effect, of hacktivist activities introduces a level of uncertainty, and the broader impact can range from disruptions to escalation of conflicts. The unpredictability raises ethical concerns, emphasizing the need for hacktivists to carefully consider the potential unintended consequences of their actions. The intricate landscape of hacktivism intertwines with ethical considerations and potential consequences that ripple through privacy, financial domains, national security, and the fabric of all online discourse. As we navigate the dynamic intersection of activism and technology, it is imperative to weigh the profound impact of hacktivist actions on individuals, businesses, nations. The preservation of privacy, trust in online spaces, and adherence to legal frameworks become paramount. Striking a balance between the pursuit of justice and the unintentional fallout of hacktivism calls for introspection, accountability, and a collective effort to ensure that the digital battleground remains a space where principles of ethics and responsibility guide the quest for a better, more just world. Thank you for joining this exploration into the complex realm of hacktivism and its ethical dimensions. Bye, guys.